Hey guys, E34 bringing episode 34 of Epic Battle Fantasy V. Last time, we finished off the flame half of the Freezeflame Dungeon. Got a little sidetracked with an attempt to try and grind out the current Valentine's Day event that's going on. And we made a little bit of progress into the freeze part, in that we just did a single fight and got a couple chests. But this time, we're going to be diving even further into the freezy side, and we're going to be starting off with the block puzzle here.
Hey.
First, let me talk to her, though. Magic glowing on fire and ice cannot coexist naturally. Kitty tells us how to solve the puzzle. Yeah, Matt's not really that interested. I do want the treasure myself, so I can't really give you any clues. I'm doomed to suffer an endless hell of block puzzles. You can push blocks to move. That's a pretty good tip, actually. Matt didn't seem to think so. Okay, so with ice physics, can't remember if actually, wait, there's no, never mind. There's actually no ice physics here. I forgot. Okay, so you can walk around here, but these blocks are slidey blocks, so they will slide until they hit a wall. Important to note, I just wanted to show that off. Okay, I think I remember how to solve this puzzle. So, basically, just by looking at it, you can tell you can't push this left and up because this pillar's here. So the only way you can get a block here is by stacking up all three blocks this way. So once you see that, that pretty much becomes your first goal. You have to do that first because you need all three blocks. So if you like did something to put one of the blocks in one of these other spots, you wouldn't be able to solve that part of the puzzle because you wouldn't have all three of the blocks. So first mission is to get all of the blocks there, which we will do thusly. Just a lot of sliding around, really. You want to be careful if you want to use mouse controls with these, because basically if you're walking from some direction, you just click on a block, he'll just take the shortest path to it and click and then interact with it. What you really want to do is you want to click on the side of the block that you want to push, like this space over here, and then click the block, just to make sure. You don't want to click the block unless you're standing right next to it. Trust me, I've made that mistake before. Okay. So now that we have this, obviously we can't move this one, so you have to see how you want to move these two. You can see this one you can actually move down here and here, but if you do that first, there's actually really nothing stopping you, but I think it makes more sense to do this one because you can push this one straight down. Basically, you can push this one around the same path again and push it down from this. Oops. I do exactly what I said not to do. That time was because I misclicked though, but anyway, yeah, you can push it up and then to this, so basically creating like a 4 stack here, except one of the spots is empty, and then you can push it down there, and then this one's pretty straightforward. Let's see that. So there you go. There's that puzzle. Not too bad at all. I even pulled up a couple of my old Twitch VODs just to make sure that I had this, but I like looked at it before I even looked at the VODs, and I was like, yeah, this is pretty easy. Okay. So we have 3 chests. We have the Gigavolt, an axe of electrical plasma, boosted damage with thunder skills. You think it sounds like a pretty cool weapon for Matt. We'll take a peek at that in a second. A couple stat items, some colas, which are always nice, and some pretty nice crafting items, actually. So yeah, pretty cool weapon for Matt, right? Nope, it's actually a staff. Even though it's literally an axe, this is actually a weapon for Nat. You'll notice that a theme in this game where Nat's weapons are actually, some of them are pretty unconventional for a staff user, I would say. They use the term staff very loosely in this game. But anyway, you see it does still boost magic attack. It just also boosts physical attack a bit. Physical attack, Nat builds are not very reasonable, especially not with weapons that aren't... There's like 2 specific weapons in the game that it could be okay with. That being said, the stat gains, I'm realizing now, are actually ridiculous for this. So, you know, for what that's worth. She does already have another electric weapon. This is a little bit more traditional for a staff user, I would say. But this one's just really good for all, like, you get, for the same level, you get 5 less magic attack. But look at how much higher all the other stats are. You may unleash Surge. Surge, I believe, is the physical electric attack, though. So that's a little bit less effective most of the time, I would say. But yeah, interesting weapon. Also, that reminds me that I do actually want to switch to my more fire-oriented weapons here, just because we're... Let's actually go to the flame titan here. You can go bomb, I guess, actually, yeah. And you... I haven't shown off the ice cream sandwich yet. That was one of the ones we bought, wasn't it? Yeah, I completely forgot to show off those new weapons we got at the store, or the new items we got at the store a couple episodes ago. Hold on, let me go ahead and do that. This is the damage of ice skills may unleash Wafer. Wafer, I believe, is that attack actually that the ice cream slimes used last time, the one with like little waffle cones pop out of the ground. I think it's that attack. So upgrade that one more. So actually need an ice cream slime to upgrade it more. Pretty good stats, actually, besides the fact that it's mostly a magic weapon. Let's see. I'm gonna upgrade a few of these to level 3. Just because I prefer to have everything at level 3 if at all possible. Candy cane between turns. Okay, we're now fresh out of snowballs, so we can't finish upgrading this one. That's fine, though. The flares are typically a little pricey to level up. I'm gonna level this one up, though, just because it's really handy. We'll do this one too, sure. We're gonna want this eventually, but once we're out of this dungeon, we're definitely gonna have both of these flares equipped for the foreseeable future. Okay. Anywho, heading up now. You want me to carry you across? Don't be a scaredy cat. Very funny. Okay. So here, you see we have a bit of a sliding ice puzzle here. We're just gonna start by going all the way around and getting this thing, whatever's here. Ooh, snowballs. It's actually pretty handy. So you see, this is actually the path you want to go if you want to get to the end right now, but of course we don't want to do that quite yet. So let's see. Let me actually try and think. So I think our best. No, that's not gonna do it. Here we go. So the main trick actually is you have to go this way. This basically is going to set you on a different course than the most of the other areas will take you. And then you can actually go over here. And we can fight this enemy. We'll talk about this teleport pad in a second, because this led to some confusion the first time I was here, actually. Okay, so a couple of new, well, one new enemy here, but a few of them. We have the wolf dogs. Confusing name, but that's okay. Hunts and packs and buffs up its allies' attack. It'll attack whoever's hurt last, but it won't attack frozen players. Of course, they can actually freeze you, but they won't attack you if you are frozen, unless they have to. Like, unless you're like all frozen or something like that. But pretty interesting bit of extra AI actually. You see, they are susceptible to being stunned, so we'll try and take advantage of that. Not guaranteed, but all right, not bad, not bad. Poison also is quite effective. I mean, fire obviously is their main weakness, but if you want to set up some slightly longer-term strats, some poison is good. I think I'm actually going to poison this guy. Oh, okay, that was a little more damage than I was hoping for, actually. Yeah, okay, that's fine, though. Yeah, I was going to go for the capture, but that's okay. Which is this going to do? Okay. And then we can probably stun him, hopefully. Oh, that didn't even poison, though. Wow, whatever. That should still be good enough, honestly. Okay, I'm saying honestly a lot. Okay, anyway. Wolf Dog. Leaps the target with another ice attack, which freezes. This is a guaranteed freeze, 100%. Well, I mean, it's not guaranteed if they have freeze resist, of course. But, yeah, 100% freeze chance. It's pretty good for right now. That being said, we're already pretty close to having that with Anna, so it's not... I wouldn't say it's, like, revolutionary, but it's handy enough, considering, you know, you can use it on anyone's turn. Okay, so let's do this to heal up a bit. Boink, boink, boink. Okay, and you switch to that. I don't remember what this next... Actually, I know at least one of the enemies in the next wave because we saw the overworld sprite. That being said, the overworld sprites are not guaranteed to be exactly what you think they're going to be. Because there's actually a time, very recently, it's the first time I noticed this happening, where the overworld sprite enemy... there was 0 of in the actual fight. Literally none. Which is interesting. It kind of caught me off guard a little bit once I realized it, at least. It's very interesting. Oh, I did it again. I always want to buff Lance with this attack, but I keep not doing my turn order correctly. Okay, I think we're good. Oh. Oh, I thought she got dispelled. Her buffs are just over here. I really thought she got dispelled there. I was like, how did this dog just dispel one of my characters? He could have taken it home. Let's take his whole pat. Yeah, we would have. Okay, so, yep, no, oh. That I was not expecting to see. Okay. Viking Monolith. I really wish I buffed Lance's magic attack now. Alright, well... We'll just... Are there any of these other guys? I don't think those guys are. We're gonna focus on scanning them in a bit. My priority right now, honestly, is the Viking Monolith. So we're gonna prioritize a little bit here. Let's just go for this. Should do pretty nice damage. also does ice damage, which is pretty much, which is, you know, what we want. Anyway, it's charging up. I think we'll be able to kill him before he does that. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're fine. Well, that being said, we actually don't have the, and yeah, that actually confirms that that's ice, that's Earth Element. Just because if it was ice, it would have been super effective. Yeah, we don't have that anymore. I guess we have machine guns, which is kind of weak. We'll probably honestly better off having someone else attack. Yeah, I think Nat's ice attack is going to do a little bit better here. Let's just go and do that. Okay, we're good. A little bit concerned. I've never been so happy to defeat a rock before, I know, right? So then we got Valentine's. I believe someone had mentioned, a couple people actually had theorized that the drops you get are, let me try and think of how to elaborate that. So mostly in reference to the seasonal drops, you get more of them from enemies that are typically considered tougher enemies. It kind of, I think it ignores level for the most part, because Fabrizio tells he's doing some like grinding on like super weak Hope Harbor enemies right now. Such sword skills. I found a worthy opponent. So the level I don't believe matters at all. But what does matter is the relative strength of a single enemy. So I think that may have been my mistake last time, also in trying to do a bit of grinding, is that I was focusing on very weak enemies that, oh wow, I wasn't expecting to do that much. I was focusing on very weak enemies that they would pretty much never have given me very much, whereas in reality you want to try and go for like if there's like a monolith encounter in particular, because you saw that monolith I think gave a red envelope and a Valentine's heart. From what I could tell, the Valentine's hearts actually seem to be a little bit more rare than the sorry. Let me just try and weaken this guy a bit. Okay, alright, we should, oh, actually, hold on, he's buffed. Let me debuff him a bit. We should be good to capture them, though, after this. Because we've been getting a lot of the envelopes. We haven't been getting hardly any of the hearts, which makes sense, because the envelopes actually are used, also, wind attack, single target, 250 power, gives morale to all allies, including those back up 5 turns. This is a pretty big impact, so this is a cool one. Mostly, even just for the 5 turns of morale alone. Yeah, because the envelopes are actually used in upgrading the flares, so presumably that isn't necessarily going to be the case for the hearts, and it wasn't the case for the, what was the first event? The Christmas event, sorry. So I think that's probably, so it probably is actually a thing that the hearts are more rare than the envelopes were. And yeah, I think we have 4 right now. Only 3, okay. So basically, I don't think I'm gonna bother grinding those out for now, but we'll see. Anywho, so this chest that this guy was guarding, stat item for that, couple nice items. The first time I got here, I thought that you had to do both of these, you know, like separately, because if you step on this, then you're gonna, you know, teleport away. But yep, I think I was right actually. Okay, never mind. someone had told me that actually wasn't the case, and so I guess I thought that you know. Going back to it, I kind of forgot that it was. So yeah, you can't walk, you do have to do both of these separately. Okay, anyway, yeah, I completely derailed that train of thought, because I thought that there was one way, and then someone told me it was a different way, so I thought it was that way, but it was actually just the first way all along. Anyway, Book of Spells, this is an interesting one. It's another ice weapon for no legs, which again, is kind of weird, because it doesn't have any ice attacks, naturally. With power of ice skills, pretty good resistance. Those are very nice resistances, though, that being said. Yeah, because if you try... Wait, what? What? That doesn't seem intentional. So if you use keyboard controls, that's me using keyboard controls. Now let me do the same thing with mouse controls. If you use mouse controls, you walk right over it. So I guess actually both sides of that topic were correct. Yeah, that definitely doesn't seem intentional. I mean, it's obviously very minor, because, you know, I'm like 60 hours into this game. This is the only time that he's ever done this. that I can remember. That's kind of weird. Okay. So that really caught me off guard. Okay. I was not expecting that to be the end result of that topic. Okay, anyway. Book of Spells, really nice resistances. Uses snowballs, of course, we're not gonna be able to upgrade it very far. Unleash Ice Stride while attacking, which is nice. I believe that's the one that Nats has. You see, it actually has really nice stat increases. That's just from one level, plus 20 magic attack and magic defense. You can tell, once this gets to level 5, this actually is a 100% freeze chance, which is pretty cool. That being said, I'm not sure if No Legs actually has any attacks. No, he has Swift Slash. Yeah, so you can actually combo that with Swift Slash for, you know what, actually, let me equip this and just do a quick check if the 40% chance actually transfers over to Swift Slash. I'm not sure. It might depend on my level of Swift Slash. I'm not really sure. This is a 4-wave encounter, so this one's going to take a bit of time. We're going to do the whole thing in this one episode, I think, though. Yeah, 40. So if you get this weapon fully upgraded, Swift Slash is 100% freeze for 2 turns. 100% chance to freeze for 2 turns. That's pretty absurd. I'm only just now realizing how absurd that actually is. I never really spent any time looking at that weapon before. Someone in chat said it's not that good, so I was just like, okay, don't really need to think about it. But it turns out I definitely should have thought about it, because that's absolutely mental. Okay, so Wind Resist would help right now, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it. I think I am actually going to switch you to an Ice weapon, though. Oh, I haven't upgraded this yet? Oh, because I didn't have Snowballs, right, okay. Maybe at least Tundra, I think that's just his Ice attack. I'm not sure. It might have been a lower phase of it. Yeah, it's called Iceberg now, but I think that was called Tundra at the beginning. So, yeah, this is a very solid weapon. Slightly mixed attack. Everyone else, I think I'm just going to leave as is. Okay, so we got a bit of a long fight ahead of us, so let's just go ahead and get into this. Let's do a little bit of a classic setup here. These guys actually can't really be, no, they can't really be debuffed well, okay. So, not the full setup. But we'll just go ahead and do this. And I guess you... what is this guy's weak to? Actually, now that we've actually captured them, we can see what they're weak to. 80% fire, 50% holy, about what you'd expect from a guy like this. Ice and wind attacks, and knows to attack, not to attack players who are resistant to those. So yeah, just good to know there. Actually, yeah, let's bring in Lance and just have him do a bullet hell. Sure. Not too bad. Defeat the same foes and ask questions? Never, exactly. Although he's a little bit more well-rounded. His AoE potential is also pretty solid. And yeah, we're just gonna kill this thing before he's really able to do much. Oh, okay. Never mind. He still did quite a lot just with that one attack he was able to pull off. That's alright, though. We're definitely fine here. Okay, so we're going to want to... You know, I'm actually gonna bring him back. Keep forgetting I don't have that very nice important skill. I'm actually going to keep 9 lives on cooldown, or keep it ready to use in case I need it. Okay. Yeah, if you notice me switching to Nat when someone dies, I'm sure you know why I keep doing that, but basically we're missing a very key skill that you got very early in all of the previous games, but you don't in this game because they want you to not rely on it early on. Yeah, we'll be getting. After this, we're gonna be on track to get it. I'll say. So, if you're playing along and that's something that you are desperately missing, we'll be making some progress soon enough. It's still gonna be a while before we're able to actually get it, but we'll be working towards that finally, in the near future. So, no, don't worry too much about that. Okay. Yeah, we are just going to go ahead and finish up this battle. I was a little concerned that it would take too long to get to this point, and I wouldn't want to finish it this video. Just because I was hoping to be able to end it at the boss. Just because same way I am with some other things. I don't like just like starting or like entering a boss fight midway through an episode. So we'll actually be able to have the full amount of time to really prepare ourselves and get ready for the upcoming boss fight. Okay. So we are going to we are going to reset this time though. We are going to get a sneak peek at what the boss might have in store for us. We actually have haste, which is pretty fun. So I'm just gonna have you hopefully take care of all these guys. Not quite. Okay. I guess I should have had Matt use temper on her first. Okay. Hopefully you don't surrender. I'm not gonna hold my breath for that. You know what? I was just power metal. Why not? I haven't used this stack very much. Probably won't kill. Just because I haven't upgraded it like at all. I already did surrender, okay. Okay, so we have a couple hardy gloops. Apparently we've seen them before, we just failed to capture them, so we'll be able to make up for that this time. Matt's probably gonna die, but that's okay. He can handle it. He's a strong lad. Oh, okay. Oh, and he got regen from right from his flare there. Okay. Whew, that was a bit of a close call. Okay, so we got the hardy gloops. What's these guys do again? Obviously they have an ice attack, but I think they might do a little bit more than that. Oh, mostly uses ice attacks, okay. Of course, the gloops always have are slightly dark in nature, so I'm sure they also have their more neutral attack. Like anything that uses their like hands is probably a dark attack. Very susceptible to wet and dry for some reason. I think that's just another property of the gloops. A little interesting. Bomb and holy, we certainly got one of those. Okay. Not quite gonna be ready for the capture here. Let's just do a reflex, I guess. I do want to try and capture that one, so we're gonna try and get him a little bit okay. Well, I think that's fine. I like how when they're enchanted, the rest of them, none of them has any color except the crystals, so it's just the crystals that change color. It's kind of cool, actually. I didn't notice that. Okay, so we have our flybot here. Also, you'll notice, I can't remember if we've seen them do this, but we probably have if we've seen them before. But, they give enchanted to make them immune to magic damage, and then they give themselves 100 defense up so that they're not going to take that much damage from physical attacks either. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing that they do with that. And also that shows that 100 is the maximum buff, but 80 is the maximum debuff, so that's just a way to show that off very, very obviously. Okay, Hardy Gloop gives enchanted status to one foe, making them take double from, yeah. To one foe, so this is a way you can give enchanted to an enemy, which is not something you see very often. So that's pretty interesting. Also, we're gonna kill this guy because I hate the cat wizards. It's pretty interesting. And if you're going for really high damage setups, it's pretty much required because it does. It literally doubles the damage that you do. So it's just mandatory if you want to do high damage setups. Like, yeah, especially if you are either going for the high damage achievements, or if you have an enemy that you really just want to do as much damage to them as possible, as quickly as you can, because you're really horrified of them. Both of those situations, you will probably be relying on. Either enchanted or invisible. Probably enchanted, because I feel like most of the time your high damage setups are going to be involving Matt, because he typically has the highest single target damage in the game. Potentially Lance. I've heard whispers of Lance actually being extremely strong for a single target as well. Later on, of course, right now he's got some good skills, but I don't think we quite have the tools we need to make him really good at that quite yet. But Lance potentially is going to be very nice for that as well. It really just depends on how you build him. But I guess we'll do that. Yeah, so enchanted and invisible, very useful status to be able to inflict. I can't remember if we have a way to I don't think that we have a way to inflict invisible yet. We only just got a way to inflict enchanted. I think invisible is another enemy. Okay, so you're surrendering. We're just gonna. I feel like the last wave is not gonna be very enjoyable, so we're going to try and be a little bit prepared here. Needless to say, just gonna do that. Guy's gonna surrender. We'll probably just kill this last one this turn. Maybe we'll do a little bit more setup. I don't think he's quite ready to surrender yet. I'm hoping, at least. Yeah, sure. Let's keep Matt buffed up a little bit here. And you can just give that to yourself. Okay, we'll kill him this turn. I have a sinking suspicion what we might want to expect to see from this next wave. So that's why I'm making sure I'm set up properly here. And well, not quite. Okay, I truthfully was expecting 2 Viking monoliths, but thankfully we are not quite so unlucky that we have to deal with that yet. Okay. I'm just gonna go for him. I don't think we're gonna be able to kill him, but we will be able to get him very low, so guarantee that we'll get the kill next turn. That being said, we might take a little bit of a beating this turn. Ow. Yep. I would definitely categorize that under a beating. Can't beat myself up about it though. Okay. Oh, that's nice. I think our best bet right now, honestly, is to just switch these guys out and just kill the monolith. We've already committed to it at this point. We just need to kill that monolith. Let's do this, because this will actually be... It's not going to hurt him at all. It's going to do pretty good damage to everything else. Okay, the monolith will definitely die now. And I think just to be on the safe side, we're going to just have Matt get healed up here. No Legs probably could have killed 1 or maybe 2 of the cat enemies, but they don't do that much damage. It doesn't really seem that worth it to me. Okay, so not too bad. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Alright. So, let's see. What do I have you do next here? Holy Bomb is not going to do that much. We'll just go for it anyway, though. Honestly, probably should just had a heal, though. In hindsight. What? Why did it seem like that did the same amount of damage to both of these enemies? Even though this guy has 95 physical defense up? Is that just not paying attention to something? That's really bizarre. Okay. Not really sure what to make of that. But sure. What? The No Legs AI, I tell ya. Any of those 3 targets were a better choice than the one that he chose. That was by far the worst choice that he could have, the worst enemy he could have picked to redirect that attack onto. That being said, again, with the 95... Oh, that's right, because his defense still... Because he still takes double damage from physical attacks. So even though the... Okay, I see. Yeah, so basically when you have 100 defense up, you basically double your defense. But this halves his defense. So he actually just has the same amount of... Okay, never mind. That actually makes sense. I completely forgot about how that works. It's just really weird, but that is actually exactly how that's supposed to work. Okay, I guess we'll try this again. We'll focus on this guy, actually. Oh, that was clearly a mistake. You just heal everyone. Okay. So yeah, really, this guy's actually weaker to my attacks than this guy is, which is really interesting. But he actually will take slightly more damage than this guy will. But this guy's lower, so we're just gonna finish him off here. Yeah, I would have finished either of them off. I figured I'd just make it. We're gonna just make sure though. Nice work there, Cat. Okay. So, a bit of a longer episode, but again, I did want to... there was a certain amount of progress that I really wanted to make this video. And, you know, if I had ended it when we got to this battle, it would have been way too short. So it was either way too short or way too long. So in this case, I'd definitely rather go way too long. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and start to do our outro here, I think, while we do this little bit of cleanup here. I got a little item here also, nothing too crazy. So we got that. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check the description for a link to my Twitch.tv channel, where tonight, I believe I will be streaming something with my buddy Sacred Survival. Not sure exactly what yet, but feel free to join my Discord. Also in the description, if you want to keep in touch about what I'm streaming at any given time, just hang out, really. I've got a lot of a lot of really nice people from my my EBF5 streaming. That a lot of them are very active, and it's really nice getting to talk to you guys. Just hoping words and logic we don't have to keep out of this place. Yeah. So next time we are going to two bosses. Sure, they're going to attack us together. We fight them on the ice side of the fire side. Yeah, so that's kind of the gimmick here. But we'll go over that a bit more next time. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys later with this long awaited boss fight. So yeah, I'll see you guys then.